Hey, welcome back to another video. Now today, Dr. Umar addressed his shocking claim from a white man claiming to be his son. If you know Dr. Umar, you know why that shit is funny as fuck. If you have a white son, Dr. Umar, you got a lot to prove. You got a lot of explaining to do. Anyway, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You smash that like button up. Watch this video all the way through. I appreciate you. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's hop right into it. No time to waste.
Yeah, that's so boring, man. But I gotta ask you about this white guy online going around claiming that you his dad. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't believe it, Art. So last night, I'm on TikTok. I go on TikTok every so often to show love to the sisters by posting a Dr. Umar voiceovers on my Instagram. And I come across this white guy. Nobody sent them to me, Art. I found him on TikTok. And I think he was being prankful. I think it was a prank. He claimed to be my son. He kind of read my bio. Might have got off ChatGPT because he got to school all wrong. He said Milford. I didn't go to Milford. I went to Millersville University. He said I went to Hahnemann. I started at Hahnemann, but I was only there like a month because I decided to go back to Millersville. So a lot of the facts he got them wrong. But I just took it as a joke. The problem now is, since I posted it on my Instagram, Art, the YouTubian struggle streamer bottom feeders, he said
the YouTubian struggle streamer bottom feeders. Yeah, it's like in this generation, weird. In this generation, you can't let a narrative get you. You have to address the narrative right off the bat. If you don't address the narratives that people are creating about you, then it'll create an entire group of people who will try to make it a reality. We know who... I'm pretty sure that's not Dr. Umar's son. But what better clickbait if I tried to say, hey, man, I got evidence and proof that it is Dr. Umar's son. And it led to a whole conversation. If you know anything about Dr. Umar, you know why that's hilarious. And you know why he came out and did that. He did that because it's going to cause controversy and cause conversation. Where Dr. Umar, I think, fucked up was reposting. He should just ignored it if he knew it wasn't true all the way.
The struggle streamer bottom feeders, they took it and they trying to make it a real thing. So they're trying to contact the Caucasian. They want to bring him on the show. They want to interview him. It was a joke. And I wasn't offended by it because it was a joke. But now they're trying to give it real life. It's not true. I've never had intercourse with a Caucasian. I've never had intercourse with a non-African woman in my life. So there's nothing to the story at all. And if there was any truth to it, Art, like I know, that his snow bunny mom would have been exposed me. Why wasn't she on the video? Where is the mom? Where is the woman I impregnated to make this young man? You feel me?
I wonder if he's going to get his mama in on it. Like, hey, mom, I need your help with this. I need you to come out and I need you to confess that Dr. Umar did this. I believe Dr. Umar, of course, but it just starts funny-ass conversation. That's what the new modern age thinking is. It's say the craziest stuff to get people's attention. You got to get their attention before you can feed them. Now watch, he probably gonna come out with some shit that is very positive and whatever, or not positive, but probably just keep trolling us. But who knows? I mean, he gonna make some money off of this for sure.
So it's a joke. It's not true. I've never been with a non-African woman, but my haters are going to try to give this some feet. So let them have fun. They swear I mess with non-black women. Nobody believes it's possible for a black man to not touch anything but chocolate and butter almond and butter pecan. I don't have the Shannon Sharp disease. I don't like extra pale, extra skinny. I like colored sisters, African colored sisters, and I love curves.
Yeah, it's funny because I do notice that a lot of women try to say that most black men couldn't just touch black women. And I'm not saying you can't have at least one in your life or two. I'm not knocking anybody who does anything, but I think it's very possible, especially when the statistics say that 80% of black men marry 80% of black men marry black women. Most relationships are black and black. You date predicated to what your proximity to. Now, granted, I want them to think about this too. There are a lot of black women that date white men as well. And if you think about it, the reason why I think this is because we're in communities that sometimes are predominantly white. So a lot of black men or black women will date amongst those communities. When you go to the NFL, the player system is predominantly black. The players are predominantly black. But who comes up to you consistently is predominantly white people. A lot of white people watch the NFL. So I think that's why you get a whole lot of black men not a whole lot of black men, but a good number of black men in the NFL, in basketball, in these places that date white women. I think that's what comes up to them in proximity. And again, but it's not all, but I think that's really what happens. But normally 9 times out of 10, black men date black women because they're born around black women, they're raised around black women, and that's what they understand. I could be wrong, but we can have that conversation. Oh my God.
So you ain't got to worry about me bunny hopping at all. I want chocolate, caramel, butterscotch, rum raisin. Give me the queens. Black power.
How you feel about Anthony Edwards and that whole child support situation with him and his baby mom?
I like Anthony Edwards as a player. Uncle Shay Shay is definitely going to be wrong with Lakers in 5 because Game 5 coming up and they down 3-1. So Uncle Shannon, you had to remix that pick, good brother. Hold your head up, Uncle Shay Shay. You're going to win this. When I heard that he offered to pay all her child support up front, I didn't have a problem with that. Because you don't know what type of financial situation you're going to be in 18 years from now. You won't be in the league 18 years from now. Right. But then they also said that he said he didn't want anything to do with his child. I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to believe that because I've been accused of something similar, which was absolutely not true. I love both of my daughters. I'm sure he loves his children. I'm having a hard time believing that that man said he don't want anything to do with his baby. He might have said he don't want anything to do with her mother, but nothing to do with the baby. Somebody will have to give me proof. Nobody is ever going to convince me that a black man doesn't want to be in the life of the child unless you have some evidence that can't be refuted. I don't believe that. Until I see proof, I'm not one of these people who make you guilty until you prove yourself innocent. I do believe that you're innocent until proven guilty. Not because the American court system says it, but because that's African culture. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. So until I see otherwise, I'm not going to put that on Anthony Edwards. If it's true, that would make him a despicable human being. And that's why I don't believe it is true.
That's real. That's real. I'm at that point too now where I'm kind of like getting torn out of the matrix with that kind of shit, where it's like people are just making claims that people don't care about their children or don't love their children, and that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of factors that could play a role in why people are the way they are when it comes to that specific scenario. But I definitely don't think that there's a lot of black men out here who don't want to be in their children's lives. I think they just don't have the opportunity. Some of them don't have the opportunity. Some of them don't have the finances. I think some of them don't understand how to be fathers, maybe. But I don't think they don't want to be a part of the children's lives. Like, I don't know. At least, I don't think they would say it out loud. But I don't know. I could be wrong, though. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.